where are the pods?
It's not pause because I made the things that you cannot make that pause to die.
So we're 20 odd years. Too much.
Yep.
Wow.
Looking back now, I'm realizing hore, Mary Jane was therapy for me.
It's therapy for you.
Yeah.
Is it? Kanja?
Having lived that long, having never been hospitalized, only when I was giving birth to my baby, having lived a fruitful life, my guy. Proactive, showing up. I've never missed a birthday. If I know you, I celebrate you every day. If we interact, Naloena, you are gonna be a part of my life. we don't lose people. We stick together.
Yeah.
Right? And 20 years, Mary Jane, carrying me through, Baba, high on a cloud every day. Well, there were days and even years where I took a break because you can't just. Kimakala with guys that go back to back with joints, every day, mutu higher than high. Like, but how do you cope? When do you get to yourself and you realize, okay, let me get my thoughts today, you know? Let me not be influenced by a substance or by anyone for that matter. Let me be my own pusher and we go. And then you're like, okay, no judgment. I'm not judging to the people.
I was so guilty.
Askis. Yeah. And then I realized that Mary Jane has been therapy, that people now get diagnosed with issues that I think I have, but I've lived every day with those issues. I've carried them through because Mary Jane was carrying me. I love her.
Shout out to Mary Jane, by the way.
Yeah, shout out. Shout out. Where's the J? What's happening?
Another 1 year.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah?
Speaking of joints, can I have a question? Like, do
I don't know, man.
weed and pregnancy, did you smoke weed when you were pregnant or did you stop?
I stopped smoking.
Smoking?
Yes, I stopped smoking, but I would use oils for cooking. I would use the leaves for my tea, drink it, because it helps with nausea. Especially knowing you're pregnant, a lot of things happen to a woman's body. Okay, it's a whole other episode. It's a whole other episode. But yeah, the smoking part of it, because I wanted to preserve my lungs and preserve baby's lungs, because whatever you consume as mom, baby consumes. Your thoughts even, hey? Your thoughts even. Your mood, it affects this person that's growing inside of you. So I took that sacrifice. I was like, nah. Mary Jane, it's cool. I'm gonna face this by myself. It's okay.
The longest tea break.
Hey?
The longest tea break.
No, that wasn't even, because that was just a couple of months up until baby was born. And then I think I started smoking when she was about 6 months into the world. Alive.
6 months old.
Yeah. Yes, now she's breathing on her own. She doesn't need my lungs. Yeah. But they get it in the milk also. Cheers. So if you're breastfeeding, I'm going to keep my Red Bull here. Also, whatever you're drinking, you're eating, your milk, baby gets. So cannabis, I have a healthy, super intelligent little almost 8-year-old. It didn't affect her development-wise. She is the most brilliant child I've ever made in my life. And it didn't have any negative effects on her, so to say. So it's a herb. I've internalized it for na, and again it's a piece of I'm meditating. This is my ritual in the morning. Well, some mornings if I'm smoking every day. Wake up in the morning, roll a joint. Well, this is after I've prepared baby and hubby, they've left for work. Once they're gone, get my meditation books, get my daily motivation stuff going. I put my phone away. This is one thing that we're struggling with in our day-to-day now. Like, a one-way conversation with somebody because no, every notification people are not present anymore. I would say it's like matlo amo to where mare makala matlo king abiang bagara ke mo describe ma podisa ke mis deta. Am I gonna know what the nigga look like? You know, because we are here.
Yeah.
So that gives me time away from everything else that influences. Because as soon as utsoha and then phone going life, you are consuming everything. O bula phone o le happy o krea di send news it's are some time ago KZN no chop up billion ngwana di mo rek chop the ribs one side. You're already traumatized with the whole day.
first thing you have to deal with. in the
You're already
morning,
traumatized, it's
June,
done. You know what I mean? Or you open your phone, here's ass, because ass is everywhere and ass is life. You just woke up. Oh, well, a phone. Hey, man, can't take a challenge if you now.
Yeah.
You know? It's always busy.
Yeah.
And so I do that. And I take that time to myself. I pray, I meditate, I speak to myself out loud. I think my thoughts. I am present in the moment. I'm aware of what's supposed to happen next. I'm planning everything for the day. I'm monitoring my mood for myself because as a mom, as a wife, you're not just living for you. You have these other two people that if they're having a crappy day, you need to carry them. You need to lighten up the mood. You don't need to be yelling and screaming all the time. Calm down, people. Yo, breathe, you know? Breathe. Acknowledge the person that's here. I see you've had a crappy day. Would you like silence? A moment to process, or you want to talk about it? If they say silence, you give them that. Because sometimes we get so consumed in the words, in the communicating, in the saying, when we can just stay in that silent moment and you breathe this person's burdens and you ask yourself, am I doing enough for this person? Now, when do you get time to do all of that? This is me in the morning and my wake and bake. You know?
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm perfect. Yes, I cuss. I cuss. Like,
That is no problem.
brah,
No problem.
venege totally line up. So, like, mototore dictionary, you know?
Right.
But yeah, as a stoner, as a mom, as a wife, as a person, as me, as Lerato Okilinyena, that's my moment to check myself to see, are we okay? Are we happy where we are? Are we making good decisions? Are we still on track with life? It's not just about getting high. Yeah?
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, sure. Wait, that's especially the spin like a muko and my focus on that one. It's been as you we can big actually, especially like you if you want to have a plan your day properly.
Yeah.
Ish, really nice. Like, thought of it, really like proper.
True.
Ish.
Stoning, sorry to cut you short. Being a stoner, we have to now turn away from the stereotype because people think we're lazy, people think we're uninspired, we all mouth, we no talk because we have no inspiration. But then there are people that live for that high. They stay in that high, but they never act on the high. You being high is inspiring yourself, I get. And when people say, mama zala fihla o kra ke betile ntlo e le speak and span ke beile sport o dale nna ke gezitse ke le monate ke lo right? But then you stay in that planning process of rola eng. After every volume was at 11 hour you go right? And you pass out. Stay literally. Time flies. There's something you can realize it's saying. It's not going to wait for you. When you wake up there, you realize, yes, I've missed the whole day. Now you become unreliable. And the first thing, but Kiripaje.
Give a little
Yeah, give a little zolo. Aliri next, Pelalin da, Opala Luku put that bottle or the beers out, Fedzona, Opalo put that lots out. No, that's not stoning. I used to love that song. It used to say, I was gonna go to school and then I got high.
Yeah.
Ne? Until I sat down and I'm like, but this nigga fucked up everything because he was high.
Yeah.
I went to school and picked up my kid because I was high. I got home, cleaned up my house, made dinner, looked fly on top of that because I was high. I went to work. I showed up. gave the pitch on time delivered because I was high.
The opposite.
What's this nigga talking about? What kind of high was that? Like, I've done shit. I can conquer the world because I'm high. You know what I mean? So Afroman also is an apology because of him, people looked at us that way. He was going to pay child support, but then he got high. He was going to show up at the court, but then he got high.
The way to look at
You know
it.
the messed up part in the track? This messed up at this part right here. He goes, I was going to make love to you, but then I got high. I was going to, because I was high. That nigga was high. Because how many times did I show up woman on top? Because I was high. I mean, sorry, PG-18.
No.
You know? So now Afroman also is a remake on that song. We should actually remake that song. Put an I'ma be out of piece on it. You know, kill it.
Because I was high.
Because we were high.
Because I got high.
Yeah, I delivered on my assignment because I was high. And then I made a... Yeah.
But I think mostly that comes from, like, for instance, I don't know if this, maybe I might be wrong there, but how many this is just maybe some kind of placebo effect or something like that. But I believe, like, for now, as you know about cannabis, for instance, you believe already some cannabis can work against you if you don't get something going on. For instance, the type of strain or its effect on the body and that type of shit. So it's about Vela, what's central is supposed to help you sleep.
In the morning.
Like,
It's going to delay you, obviously, or what. So I believe with education, but to wait more about it might be helpful, or what. But still, why you're lazy. You're lazy. I can't have it dangerous. Different.
Yeah, don't blame the weed if you're trying to. Like I feel like we blame weed a lot.
Too much,
when we have our own problems.
I believe
we want to blame.
there's a concrete scapegoat to have it out. This from someone.
Yeah, to figure it out.
You know when you try to fight it and it's like, you gotta feel me. Kanyas. Give me a Jade.
I have another question about you being a parent who's a stone. When do you think is the right time, if there even is a right time, to let your kids know that you smoke weed? Or
Smoking, honestly, in all its aspect, shouldn't be advised to anybody. Even us, we shouldn't be smoking right now. But, cannabis use, if I wanted my child to start using it per se, because honestly speaking, we are damaging our lungs. As much as it's healthy, it's a herb, it's got all these benefits and what, there still is the smoke part of it that goes into your lungs. It shouldn't, right? But I've always had an inside joke with my other stoner mommy friends. I'm going to roll her a joint when she turns 16. Okay? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to roll a joint. I'm going to put a cigarette here. I'm going to put a vape here. People are vaping now. I'm going to put the hubbly thing here. And like, if you're going to decide to do one of these things, I need to know. That's where I draw the line. You must tell me, Mommy, I'm a hubblier now. The bubbling things, I think I want to go that way so that I can buy you the right stuff. Because you're going to go somewhere and they're going to put something in your hubbly and you're not going to come home. It's going to be the end of you. And I'm going to teach you how to roll your own joints if you decide you're going to roll a joint. Because never, ever, ever show up to a session and they hand you a joint that you didn't see being rolled in your presence because you're going to smoke shit. And you're going to go crazy on my ass. And I can't handle crazy. Right? So yeah, if I'm to say advice for my daughter in the future, she wants to be a stoner, we'll have the talk 15, 16 years and then she can decide that, okay, Mom, no, actually, I love my lungs. I'm not going to engage or whatever.
Okay. So you still advise against it, but you want to know if they're going to be doing one of the things.
Yes.
Okay, fair. But then you know what you do when
she knows. we've had the discussion, and then she says to me, how does it help you? I'm like, do you see how mommy sometimes is grumpy and she doesn't want to talk to anyone and she just wants to be in her corner and you want to touch me and I don't want to be touched that day? She says, yes. And I'm like, yeah, mommy is coping here with the Mary Jane. And it's something that's going to stick with mommy for as long as possible, probably. And you give her also the freedom to be able to speak her mama mara. I don't think smoking is a good idea. She says that. You know how sometimes you get a bad cough? I'm like, yeah, I know. That's why sometimes I go a while I don't smoke, and then, or maybe I drink it in my tea. She says, oh, the tea that you have in the morning sometimes. I say, yes. Sharp. I think you must stick to the tea because I like you when you're happy mommy and you're not grumpy mommy. You know, so yeah. She knows how I am when I'm high. And she gets the most out of high mommy because high mommy is engaging. High mommy wants to play. High mommy will do everything. Okay, you want to make cupcakes right now at 2, 3 on a Sunday afternoon and it's hot. Let's go to the kitchen. Let's go do it. And yeah, it's a safe environment for a kid to know that the same way as parents that drink alcohol in front of their kids, they even send the kids to go buy the alcohol and it's okay, right? No, mommy's having wine and that thing is going to kill you faster than the joint is going to kill you. So it's just stereotyping that as a mom you shouldn't be smoking. You know, you shouldn't be a stoner. You should have outgrown that lifestyle or come on.
Yeah, I hate when you always like cap it. The thing like it's something that you have to actually let go because of you at this age.
Yeah.
The fuck.
Yeah.
I've seen like that the moholo mong thinking. This guy, you wasn't so to market, ne? Guy you smoked with him.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it looks like for Christmas.
Oh yeah.
Santa Claus.
But then like, only grown-up dealers, or do you go to the same dealers as young people? Is it like a age limit where you're like, I don't know.
My latest plug, Kelly 2000.
Okay.
Yeah, so I wouldn't say if shut up plug.
Okay.
You don't. Yeah, but they are older because my first plug was an old Rastafarian uncle.
Okay.
He created a safe space for us as kids to hang out, be naughty, smoke weed and go home. Make sure you go home. I'll be watching you down from the hill now. Make sure you go home. Sure, uncle. Okay, we'll get home.
Yeah.
You know. So there are older plugs. There are older plugs.
No, I'm scoping the environment.
Yeah, and now, like the nice thing about being a new age stoner, you get introduced to new shit now. Eh? Like we used to just smoke weed because it was just weed.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And there was this lechaye las kank. The high.
Yeah.
The high. You prepare the munchies before you go.
Yeah.
Because you know it's about to get lit. And yeah.
Okay. I hear you. It's
So I want to ask you as well, like being obviously Stoned Makoti, meaning that you are taking care of ish.
Yeah, boo.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck to take care.
Gone. Long
Stop
time.
this is
Long time.
Kwenyana.
Dala zadlila inkomo. Ezinye zazala. So yeah.
So how did the extended family take it that you, or do they know?
People don't gotta know your business.
Mm.
They just gotta see you happy floating on a cloud, being invisible to BS. Because where there's people, there's bound to be BS,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Especially with the in-laws, get drama you always are feeling it every day.
Okay,
So you make sure. Yeah, but I have an inside man. Obviously, you gotta find one crazy in the family, and there's always a stoner in the family.
There's always a couple.
Generation in that family. Ne? There's a stoner.
Yeah.
There's a stoner PK in the group, and he has the best shit that we're gonna buff to.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, you gotta find your people. I mean, life for me, what I've learned, having lived almost 40 years now, ne? It's that you have to find your people. Excuse me. You have to find a tribe that recognizes you, that sees you and acknowledges you. You know, and you got to be present. You have to be in the moment. There's so much that goes poof in a blink of an eye, and we miss it by missing our purpose. Motho o ba le depression. A utlwa ya ro tlo tsia thapo ana mela tlharese sa nare. Ene di medile di nare ke go future munchies.
You're planning for the munchies before.
Right? And being present is it. Being in the moment. Acknowledging or only somebody who is breathing the same air as you. Spending the same day on the calendar with you. That might not happen again in history. And you go away reflecting. Somebody. Kajiko, did I listen? Kajiko, did I speak my mind? Did I take something from the conversation? Am I better for it? Or which is a good thing once in a while. You know, people just came off their sobrieties. Like, we're breaking rules, you know, our own rules that we make for ourselves. But we cheers to it because we're present. It wouldn't have happened. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an occasion.
It's an occasion.
A very special one.
Very special one. Like, honestly, that, like, I've always been curious about, because I'm not a parent as of yet. Ne?
Yeah.
And we always had this chat with my friends. We'd see, like, when you get to that age and I have a kid, how would I go about it? And the way you just explained it, that's my kind of thing as well. Then now I wouldn't go about the other things, unless I'm biased. I would just used to the managing. The other things I would just mention them.
Yeah.
But in touch of that, like, what is your behavior? Like, did you start with cannabis or did you maybe start with nicotine?
No, man. 20 years ago, there was skunk. There was whatever weed you could find that the Rasta men had. You didn't know if you're smoking sativa or if you're smoking indica. You wouldn't know. We were just consumers. And then the high was get me through today for me. Having dealt with the trauma with the passing of my older brother. And I figured, okay, I'm not gonna go into therapy. I'm not gonna lose my mind. What I will do is I will take this feeling to bed with me every day, pass out, and then I learned how to cook. I discovered, okay, I actually am not in my sad moment thoughts actively. I'm in my let's live today, let's be proactive today, let's do something, let's study. I discovered already Bugari Monat. I discovered Bafana were lame because they always spoke shit about girls. It was eating Libana because really an older cousin Abua about it and was passed on living the experience of the older cousin. And I was streetwise. I was very streetwise. I made sure when we moved a lot, Mom moved a lot because of work. Every Kasi that we got to, I made sure the guys were go danger boxing. I want to get one of my because guys have this weird way of imposing themselves on women in order to say I want you, and as you could just come across as a gentle brother. Hey, yo, Lee, what do you like as a person? How can we get to know each other from here on? And, you know? So I made sure that I'll take this just now, sorry. I made sure, okay, manyora ko tag shop. Le manyora ko tag shop. Le manyora ko tag shop skima bona. Yo, but I didn't say show. Ngauza hai ngauza. Kishabuga ngauza. Zolo maybe who told you, you know.
Yeah.
And then you create that safe background for yourself as a girl, number one, knowing that if hona le mjitanya go tsela kansi ona le manyora at least
Yeah.
ba o checkile ro ke dai cherulo go tlase house number 4 go tlase yeah ke lenyora sure
Yeah,
keep
it's
it at that
Omoyena.
yeah it's
Yeah,
ne
yeah.
it's ngwane
Kwa rena,
yeah and then remember bona as because most groups it's a dina le digrot man so like yeah small ya high
Yeah.
it's child wa bona so it yeah
For context, King uboni your cup holder.
yeah
Right. So he referred it to he referred to it as
That's
a
smart, right?
holder.
Very smart.
hold on
So with a holder. So I'm saying if he's gonna use that as
Yeah.
a word, so far I qualify.
so far
So far it qualifies.
no I so far as you
But it qualifies because like holder.
Safari is like safari, like
like-
safari, like
No, but it's so far.
yeah
safari.
It fall under the rule.
Safari.
is it wait till the word has to be a verb in a word in a sentence or wanna a holdy like
Yeah,
holding.
holder. Yeah.
Safari.
So far,
yeah.
either. So what's the so
Not safari.
How do you not solving? Are you
Safari.
solving? Are you solving?
You're not solving, but it's so far. It does the job.
So far.
Yeah.
Its job is to solve.
I voted.
Its job is to solve.
I
To the
voted.
sofa. So it's so far.
Rana kayo.
Let's get back. We do safari. Safari is next to each other. Safari.
No, but it rules the language. Just in
Ay tse ne le mo sentencing. Make sense ko nya ka ba ro go pheli bana lo ro ba spitori le bana ba bolela version ya bona ya spitori. Wa itse le ko bokono tu ba bolela version ya bona ya spitori. Oh, hi ke Brett ko le tlhabile. Just here.
Wow.
Home 0264 shout out to the homies. Yeah.
Okay, so last one.
Ke gola ka retso Mafikeng.
Oh.
So leleme la bomme shout out 018. Ara tsere ka ofela. Motswako version.
What is the VIN number?
Yo, like
VIN number.
You have to.
012
012.
0190.
And I was 190.
Oh, nice.
Onaga.
All right. So and then we moved to Brits. Most of my childhood, most of my connections, where I learned how to be le mafia legeling lona today. You know. And then we moved to Josie, moved around Josie, came back, and Pretoria's home. Pretoria's home. Got my first bachelorette pad. Got Hartisi by the dam. That was posh by then, ne? But you see,
It's still posh now, isn't
no, like you know when moving out of home as a youngin back then. But what they don't allow such one if you're a girl child
Back then,
and
yeah.
you're moving out of home.
When is back then?
Transport. When I was still a youngin.
it?
No,
Oh, that's not love.
back then or back then.
Back then, you ain't born yet
Oh,
those
okay.
days. You
No,
were still a thought.
Yeah, no.
You were still a nut.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Not even.
about to bust some
Not
kind
even
of
a nut. yet.
waiting
You
to
know,
happen.
you know,
Yeah.
My older siblings were yet to be met. Moving on.
All right, and that was just like one of the things that people don't do. And I was always a rebel. Like, girls did weird things back then. They felt having boyfriends was cool. I don't like that shit. Don't make sense. Stress, someone no mong. And then I mo tlo roba pelo I heard. Yo, ka mo tlo shialungana. And these ka betha short left. Ka re majita yona majita ra ba schema majita ke manyora. And having had an older brother that, you know, was streetwise, it made me made sure I knew his friends. They looked out for me, and we know the bro code. You don't mess around leading Panataga Mujarting. Yeah, I know wrong, pedophile. Harari Hill Kia House Cotilana, Gamun Crew, or my Javana. Or my Lumewa. So So yeah, and so streetwise, me and moved out of home. I think I was 22. Decided, no, this ain't working for me. I'm working far away from home. Takes it 2 before you feel high. By the time you get home, you're tired. You're not engaging, you know. And I remember my first paycheck was about 8.5k. Then,
Right there.
20 years ago.
Not Cyril's economy.
No, not Cyril's economy. Who
So that
was the
was a
president? No, Thabo Mbeki's economy was functioning, eh? Yeah, no, I.
Grocery.
That was born a clip, but clip also
extra transport.
Also that. Yeah, and it was okay for me to get a little flat by the dam and independence morning. Wait, in first 3 months, we were responsible for the rent, or like a grocery, we take a outfit because it's month end, you gotta look fly. Over Mama Zala, you know that thing, even though Mama Zala was para, the highest ones we say something, you can't be that nigga. Sorry, say Mama Zala we happy. First 3 months. Yeah, the 4th month. Swipe. Before tap you can go. Wanna swipe. I could come on. Karivalor no, 28. So rent the Ijuga what you want. Get to Hasela like Kavara, no stress. Get like one. We can get it so. She in when before you feel up. Sorry, the plastic. Carry paga pila, shoes, underwear. The girls gotta look fly from the inside out. You gotta look fly. Hey, I already won. I don't know, hustling is not hustling. Okay, I'm fun till the drink. If only the chair go admin, go finance. I just want to find out if in case before you add on the, no, you got until the 3rd. Okay, then you're like, I got this. Now I'm thinking, Mojolo the time, Tolo, boyfriend, that thing, Joe, go waiting. Drama of my life. I'm like, who can I hustle? Mom. Mommy, I was thinking, how about this month you like carry my rent, and then next month, because, Larato, what did you do? I'm like, she's like, shoes. I'm like, yes, they will sit. Mom, not the shoes. They will sit. Scam phone nail.
Yeah, well, I'm around.
It's an go flat. I'm like, okay. First pay gave you more. Yeah, this one it's fine. I'm sure I can be on one side. I have to take them back.
Ex-repo style.
It's another shop here. It's a mazza. Actually, you go back customer service. Show me, get show me some lel. Rent. Put it back. And then you learn what adulting. You gotta be smart. You don't just move with your ass. You don't move with your ass and expect the magic is gonna happen. Wishful thinking, manifesting. I'm gonna manifest my rent is paid. I'm gonna manifest. It's not gonna work. It doesn't work like that. You gotta work your ass. Manifest the money, yes. Accept that you are a drawing force. You are a magnet. You attract money. You attract people. You attract things to come your way. You attract good energy. All the bad stuff. You repel all the bad stuff, right? And then what's adulting? Already go shop.
Adapt or die sometimes.
Yeah.
Why did you apparently it's like
Kana ex la side go current thing and or they're going through a rough patch of phone surely means I just need your company. No, no stress. You know where to find me. You've done this before. You can still do it again. Go love on that girl. Tell her how pretty she is. Like, do all the amazing things that you didn't do when we were together. Just do the opposite of that.
Yeah.
Sharp. Hey, like I decide that baby was here and I'd like who feel it. Okay. Oh, sure, you go. Round 2. Ding, 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 ding. Let's fight. Right? And you take the nigga back. You're like, he's a cool person, and I know his health history. It makes sense. And he's an okay guy. Like, he's not a fuck boy. It's okay, sharp. The push. Ole liso, ole romantic. Ko batla ke re mohara khwedi wena. Feta mo shopong or mara ele ga mo tshwanela. Okay, let's go swipe the card. Make baby feel better. Make baby feel nice. Tshwara motho how fresh, you know. Nka di mokolo ya hao go jika go grachi. O tsweka yona. O mo tshellanyana sa tlatsa. Ane shwa ke ne resources ka thuba wa countly ai ka ngisa heng pusa. O mo surprise or half thinking and I start to go son. Oh phone in. Babe, on tshelletseng yes. Obvious.
Because I was high.
Safer song, yeah. Right? And then things don't work out with a certain whoever. Then you meet someone, you're a forever person. Look, even the stuff that doesn't make sense, it makes sense. And you realize it was all worth it.
Yeah.
Loving on that person that I had loved on the past has built on what I think I know now I should be loving. And I know it has made me a better person. It has made me a better communicator. Like, I can see when my guy's going through a rough patch and I can reach out to him and he can open up to me. There's something else about my Nyora. Let's have a vulnerable. And when you have your forever person, this is the person that you have to be 100 with. You have to be 100. Through the bad. Like those days when your dick is not getting up. She should be the first person you're like, baby. Hey, baby, I'll today. And you know, like, why? What's wrong? Because we like, it's not morning wood. Is that normal? Like, you need to check on your, like, you need to be able to open up to this person. Because that's the person that you ride or die with. Plus, no choice. You have to fucks with this person. You know? So, yeah.
It's
hard.
Why not if your man cries, complaining, hey, that theory of yours.
Which one? If
you are
public eye.
so no man should scream out loud
in the public eye.
Yeah.
I have a certain view about it anyway, but anyway, it's king. I'm not.
No, but what if in the public eye, that's the moment you're falling apart, my guy? That's the moment you're about to choose between life and death, and you're like, I'm about to fuck shit up. I'm about to fuck shit up. And then you hold it inside of you. Moto agatla innocently, you burst on that person. Papa top on vana ya two ya top. You forget. Or when I read. You shouldn't choose a moment when you're gonna fall apart, because falling apart is instinct.
Yeah.
Yes, you can hold it together, ne? Mara, that one gotta fall. That one really. Yeah, I'm alright.
Okay. I want to hold on to say one Peter. This guy was talking about straight up screaming.
Yeah.
Imagine and you're going to be a cool because it might sound a bit off there, but my chat was this, like, I feel like that's some instances. Turns on look okay there, you have to choose or never boy or what if you know at that time turn to Ghetto instead of being vulnerable.
In the public eye.
No, bruh, this is your last time to be alive on earth, and you're seeing death coming.
Screaming.
Just because you are
screaming. Not spending screaming, my nigga. Don't spend your last moment screaming. Don't spend it screaming. Why? Well, it's for a long time I used to eat bananas, so don't go there. I mean, smoke bananas. I smoke bananas.
We only smoke the bananas.
So you don't eat a banana in public.
But nah, not necessarily. I'm cool. Obviously, it's just that thing. Comedian needs to because I was just basically about. I had this other comedian. I wanted that type of scenario. So obviously, I know that type of topic. Man about the masculinity and that type of shit. Like dog, I won't lie to you. I got poked about masculinity. I got on a daily, if I can put it to you. On a fucking daily. So that's the beginning to say.
What about you attracts that
type of shit?
Yeah. What about your features do people want to tackle?
Because I'm skinny built like this.
But how many skinny ass niggas out there, bro?
I don't know. There's a lot of us actually. There's a whole lot of us.
I'm looking.
My nigga, you know.
Khumulim is the only option on the menu. Because you're not getting bones. You can get some layers. You're sorted. So which niggas being on your case about your masculinity? I need to know.
Okay, like I work in a customer-based environment. So those type of niggas, customers, you get different type of people in the daily. Sometimes you get those friendly ass motherfuckers. Then you get those where maybe they don't want to when the particular day. So yeah. But you get used to it, Joe. It's like you get used to that type of shit.
Okay.
That's why I won't be screaming, man. I'll be out there like.
Oh, you're gonna be
saying your last words.
Living
your movie out. Okay. A bit PG-18 SNLVP. What's the other one?
Prejudice.
Oh, prejudice. I thought it was porno la la.
It was porno.
Don't add a D.
For what? For drugs.
Oh.
What?
Okay.
Something else.
So I wanted to ask that PG-18 SNLP question to you.
Yeah.
When you about a nut, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, you go once in a while to the rooftop.
Okay. For the longest time, I was the guy who holds it in, doesn't let out a sound, doesn't.
Like even movement.
I was fighting it. I was fighting it for the longest time. Because of, like I told you guys, like this thing here, people teasing me about my masculinity goes way back. So last time we were teased. But after a while, like I finally found somebody who let me be on Chala High. Yeah, so I was able to.
And you in the safe zone.
But not be naturally as I should.
Yeah. Okay.
Why do I feel like that, niggas?
You get those people that do silent sex.
Yeah.
Like it's silently silent. You're not even getting a breath.
Nothing.
Are we alive?
No.
You just talk.
Alright. We hear you.
But yeah. So it's like from that. But as a whole, like, you learn to be yourself. You go into yourself. You go into your own character. And you stick to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why is it late? I'm going. The fuck? Let's question. What? What's your view on that then? What type of guy you?
I don't want to know like what kind of relationship we have, but as I'm about to I'm enjoying my life.
That's your moment. That's the reason why we came here. That's another reason. Yeah. And you let it rip. Nice.
Think of it like this. When you I don't know how you guys feel about public toilets. Taking a dump in the public toilet. Let's put it like that. Right? Holy God die. God forbid that day you got that. And who can man say that's all I said.
Yo,
wouldn't you try
decide.
and like cabin
You let it rip, right? You let it rip. The female bathroom is ranch. You get in there. Almost on a cabbage diet. Almost on a lady pepper, what? Lady cucumbers. Almost a lady Thai tea. What's that is slimming? Hey, come on, that. Almost lady shake smoothie that is strawberry lady kiwi. What here? Basari ba comfortable look on the toilet. Let me just put it away. They come, they do their business, they don't care, or you next door, girl, we coming out looking fly. That's all that matters.
That's like I once laughed my ass off. They go in the public toilet, and this guy was letting it all out like freely. dropping bombs. I'm telling you, yeah, dropping real bombs, Joe.
Missiles.
And this other guy was like, Joe. Do the magazine you find that. Imagine, my nigga. Everybody in the show like cracked up laughing, my nigga. You understand? I was like,
That's wild. That's wild.
Imagine, my guy. So I feel like, Joe, if you can sometimes, Joe, what do you care about Joe?
No, come and tell you something about Mother Nature. She's a force. She is a force. I tell you, as a sister who can relate. Okay, sweetheart. Look, you are about to sneeze. It's that first day Japan landing its Hiroshima in your life. And you go, and everything goes. Then you realize, okay, it's about to go down. Let's move. Let's move. Then you gotta acknowledge somebody wanting to give you BS at that moment. Like, nigga, please. You ain't know I'll be multitasking over here. I'll be dying at the same time but staying alive. Stay away. Stay away. So Mother Nature has its way of saying, this is my time, I'm coming for you. You're not gonna stop me. I run on Sundays. Well, some Sundays. I try and keep a healthy lifestyle. So what I do every morning, the routine when I wake up, is drink water, about 1 liter. And then within 5-10 minutes, I do my business. I cleanse myself of my BS. I prepare for the new day, right? And some days it doesn't happen like clockwork. You either woke up late, I forgot to drink my water, or something happened in between, and then I decide, let's go run. Get on the road. And you're about a good 3.5 to 4 k's away from the nearest filling station, eh? Number 2, you're a baby girl. You forgot about me this morning. I need to come out. I promise you. You clench all the body muscles in your body, holding it. Babes, can we just get there? Can I just get there? Mother Nature pressing, wanting you saying, now. It will happen now. And then you run, you remember, okay, muscles in. And by grace, Mother Nature says, okay, I'll give you 30 seconds now. You gotta decide. Okokotagada. Okopela toilet. Otherwise, it's gonna be an embarrassing walk. Right? Instinct. Hi. Can I please use your bathroom? Can I go lotulimo? I'm just 3 k's away from. Yeah. Oh, thank you. You run. You gotta let it. Are you going to go silent on that one? You're not gonna.
I wanna nothing. I think in that case, you as a woman, I would say you're lucky enough to be able to knock and tell it about favor. And I say, guys, it's very rare.
It's a gym.
So what happens?
You must show you have the fighting spirit in you. You can hold it.
Yeah.
You can hold it.
It's a skill in life you have to get.
But
not maybe holding
I
it.
don't like public toilets instantly.
Yeah.
So I rather hold it until I.
no, but when it's between life and death.
No,
You choose life and death. You can't choose embarrassment.
Just speaking of that, I once got sick where I spent I think it was a good 2 or 3 days without doing number 2.
Yo.
Yeah, I was literally full of shit. I was grumpy as fuck. Stomach was always full.
I would be so grumpy. I would be so unhappy. I would be talking BS the whole time.
I go once or twice every week.
Yeah, you're full of shit.
You were I thought you were gonna say once or twice every day. I was like, yeah, that's healthy too.
No,
Just,
genuinely like.
Yeah. It's full of shit.
You take a dump.
So today,
today.
you still
His
have Wednesday's
Even
dinner
yesterday.
in your
No,
tummy.
his diet has a lot of playing in that. His diet has a lot of play in that I would say.
Jelly vegetables, isn't it?
It doesn't eat.
That jelly vegetables is a green.
No.
Any greeny vegetables. Hasta taga lettuce, hasta taga di micro bean salad, hasta taga to cucumber nyana, carrot nyana.
You haven't mentioned food.
Apple nyama.
Yeah, maybe apple.
Peri nyama. Peri will help a lot with your gut nature.
No, I don't have a problem.
No, it's a problem.
I don't have a problem. I just
You can't be full of BS and you're fine
I
with it.
just go once,
You need help,
once or
my
twice
guy.
every week.
You need a lifeline.
No, it's not
Nah.
good. It's not good.
You-
You go twice a week.
A week.
It's not healthy, my guy.
Wow.
It's really not
You're
good.
literally full of shit.
Doing every day.
It's
Yeah,
not a
I
good
know.
thing.
I know.
His digestive system is bad.
Okay, do you skip meals? What's your
No,
issue?
I eat.
He's a very picky eater.
Yeah.
Like he picks with a toothpick.
Okay, what? Let me say, I just came to hang out with you.
Yeah.
I'm at your house. What are you making me? What are you offering me to eat? That you've made
Chicken.
with
I don't know. The chips or bread.
the chips, bread, brown, white bread.
White. White.
Okay.
Who eats brown bread?
You've got
Who
issues.
who voluntarily?
You're supposed to eat
Who voluntarily
all
eats
brand,
brown bread?
You eat pigs.
I do.
Brown
Voluntarily.
bread.
I love brown bread.
See, the traumas you were talking about earlier, like there's some things as a grown up you need to heal from. You know?
Salwa khamga broto brown kufaka moy.
Nah, like broto
Yes,
brown.
go
is
for
just-
moy.
Like why would you do that to yourself?
It's the
As
healthier
a human
option.
being.
Well, we shouldn't be eating bread, honestly, but
Yeah.
if you are to choose, brown is the safe, like the better option.
Is it?
No.
No, I've always been. I grew up on brown bread, so even now today I will suddenly go for
Why
white.
did you cast the brown mo fresh?
Ash.
Oh, but when a rama
Obo hom.
fela. Oh, you got rama fe.
I got the ram.
And you go into it.
If it was just that,
I worry
I
about your
wouldn't
life.
eat.
But I have another question I want to ask you about cannabis this time. Like I hear a lot of little reference and OG just because of you.
Yeah.
You have 20 years in the game of lighting one up.
Yeah.
Pronouncing the brand.
No, but before you get to it, what I will tell, Ane,
Yeah.
smoking back in the day was the ghetto, okay? It was the ghetto because we did stuff like broke bottle tops with the cotton bud. You see, like
Oh,
the
bottle
top-
top.
Yeah.
Bottle cup, if you have it.
If you-
Bottle cup.
Yeah, man, this one, it was a
I'm
bitter
a
taste.
little kid, but I had a bottle cup, man.
Shut up.
That's how OG I am.
Shout
man.
out to Stoners worldwide. You know what I mean? It was the
Yeah,
ghetto,
blonde.
and we were using my class. I've been blonde. Sorry. Hi. Right. And what else? Newspaper rolls were
Yeah,
fucked
yeah,
up.
yeah,
They
yeah.
were fucked up. They were fucked up. Yeah, yeah.
The
That
yellow
was-
pages.
Yellow
Pages.
pages.
Yeah, yellow pages was
Now.
the
So-
slim one.
And also I got smart and started taking the straw papers.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna smoke no Nelson Mandela news today. Hell no. And pipes. And then my grandmother used to smoke a pipe. She smoked tobacco, but she also smoked weed. Oh, homegirl was a real G. She was a real G. She grew her own. She would make oil out of it and butter and stuff. There was a lot that she did with the weed.
Oh, that's nice.
And the medicine knocks you out, my guy. Mixture oil, what thing, lingana, venerate, and some other thing.
Flu. Yeah.
Yeah, with the
That shit
weed
will-
in
that shit
it,
will
you
knock you
pass
out.
out. Pass out, my go had the whole formula on lockdown. And so yeah, I think that's where my first encounter with weed that I can.
Yeah.
There was a grown up in the family who was a stoner. She functioned in society. She was a stunning grandma.
Yeah.
My love for books, I love reading, was instilled by her. She would make sure she makes us read the newspaper from the first page to the last.
Wow.
And she collected lady romance novels. You must Google this, Danielle Steele.
Yeah.
This was a woman back in the day. She wrote a ton of shit of romantic books. So by age 10, I could read a whole novel and be picturing this whole love story playing out.
Yo.
Now there were parts, okay?
Yeah.
Because my grandma, they read stuff. They wrote about sex scenes and stuff, but in description, not like the Brazers type of in your face. You know, the gentle side, Bridgerton taste, like, you know, they're really getting into it, but in a decent manner. So she would make you read 2 pages out loud every now and then when she's passing. And I'm like, shit, this is awkward. Read out loud.
So you'd read pornography.
I'm like, Mama Holo, are you sure you can go by the page? I get it's a while. Okay, in silence as well. Okay, can say nothing. And as he held me tighter and closer,
Yeah.
Yes, yes, I should have checked the back page before going for a wala income. I'm like, but that's where no. And she'd look, find me a one about geography or something. Read that. And so my love for weed wasn't just because I created a group into it. No. Grandma was an avid stoner, a proper one.
Yeah.
She collected pipes. I still have a couple that I saved that she had used. And then when I was 15, my older brother passed away in a very tragic accident. And my way of coping, I was asked if I needed to go for therapy. I was like, therapy? What am I going to do there? Talk about my feelings? Boring.
Yeah.
And then there was a friend of mine. She was, I think, 3-4 years older than me. We were in the same grade. And she had beautiful dreads. What had happened that year with my hair? I think I had cut it short, was growing in. So I was deciding, and I see this girl, she has these beautiful locks, and I'm like, yes, we shall go and be Rastas. Let's discover ourselves.
Yeah.
So she takes me under her wing, and she says, look, okay, this is me, one way after school. So I see she's going the wrong direction. I'm like, hey, M4, why do we look like we're going? She says, no, you better just stay cool, keep quiet, don't look at anyone in the eyes, don't look creepy, don't behave like your mom is a cop, be cool. Stay on the wraps. And I was like, okay, I got this, me. And scene. That's it. Looks like a cool yard. It's in the burbs, by the way. Cool yard, swimming pool vibes. We walk around, and I start smelling the smoke. Like, where did we go today? She turns and looks at me. She's like, look, cool. Don't be a fool. Please don't be a fool. I'm like, okay. And we walk, and I see Rastamani Kyolo sessioning and the bong what that's I wanna die. Okay. So she says to me, pulls me to one corner. I smoke weed. Okay. No. Okay, I know weed. My grandma. She's like, this is what I do. I'll tell you why I smoke one day, but for today, after school, every once in a while I come this way. We hang out here. Nothing needs to happen to you. I'm here. I got you. If you don't want, walk away. We don't agree. Or you can just hang out and just take the vibe from there. I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna stay. The music is nice. Session goes, it comes to me. I pass the first time. Like, nah. Okay, I'll inhale it. I'll inhale it. And then it goes. Second time, I'm like, yeah, okay, I think I'm ready. I took a puff. Let it out. Almost coughed my lung out. Sharp. Pull myself together. Joints are rolled continuously. Like some more kids come in. I'm like, oh, okay, so this is where all the cool people hang out. I see it. While we there, Rastaman reached through his Rastafarian Bible. He quotes Mola Bob Marley and shit. And I thought in my head, I just came into a cult. Okay, this is it. They're going to take my soul. I'm innocent. I'm still pure. They're going to take me. And he goes on about how Rastafarian lifestyle is about giving of yourself and willing to receive and being kind to a fellow human being, you know. Yes, if you want to stop eating meat, you can stop eating meat. That's up to you. But they don't justify the killing of lives for feeding your tummy. You can grow your veggies. As much as you grow your weed, you can grow your veggies.
Well, yeah.
And I'm like, shit. He's about to ask the question. If any of you amongst you here want to give their lives to the Rasta. I'm like, shit, okay, no. Wants to give themselves to Haile Selassie. I'm like, okay, no. I'm willing to learn and find out. I'm not going to jump in head first, and I need to know and see what you guys are smoking. Like I said, mom's a cop. So I've seen and been exposed to a lot that it was like, okay, we don't do that. We don't do that. We're going to get caught. We don't do that, right? And it was from then on that I'd started smoking. I was 15. I was 15. And I think I would stop for 2 years, go back whenever there was a session, or we would move to a new place. I'd try and chill out. And you don't just let the fellow yo, that's what I chill. So check out playing it, play zoom. Oh my god, okay. And you just follow the smell of the weed. It will never get you lost. You follow the smell. Okay, Mikey get awake and bake. Shop, kamagata, everything. That is. Nini ako pananenor. More fire. They're good guys.
Yeah.
Right, and then I think age 17, I went on to be a full vegetarian. I was like, ke shapo ka nama eri ke bone lifestyle ya ga mo mara steng hore di sa. But the joining and being a member part, I was like, this time we are frequenting Goyo Valley every now and then with my friend because she's older than me. She has an ID, and I looked tall for my age. I looked quite intimidating, I should say. Yeah. And so they let you in. Wachila sessions, Melville. There was a place they used to call Electric Workshop. Was a happening club back in the day. If you follow how deep house music, Bo Fresh and them, they would do house sessions there every Thursday. And then it would go to Yeovil. Before now you people go to Maboning. And it was nice. Like, and then you see it, okay. So people function.
Yeah.
And then while you're in places like these, you see your people that you see on TV, they smoke weed too, okay. People function. It's not that you're not a functioning human being. Then you realize there's moms who smoke too. Okay. It's aight. And it removes the stigma away.
Yeah.
From, you know how society has now acknowledges that the smokers, the nicotine smokers, they have their spots. You find a restaurant anyway, it has a smoker zone.
Yeah.
But you can't burn your weed in there.
Nope.
Why? Pray tell.
I
Why?
don't know why. Get us into if you even if it's been removed as an illegal substance, but it's still viewed come cool. The view on it hasn't changed.
They're still trying to figure out to tax it.
But now, what she's saying she has a point to it. Like, you have a smokers area. There's places where they even allow happily, but still about allowing cannabis.
But I see. No, but I see now what they're doing. They're putting infused waters in the shops. They're everywhere. You can't go.
Yeah. They're putting it almost everything. It's almost in your face too much. Now.
I bought this bottle of goat flakes the other day. I'm like, okay, I haven't been smoking for 3-4 days. I'm gonna feel something from this. Let's take it home. Buy it, chill it. It's nice and cold. Sip on it. And I'm like, okay. Sip on it. You know when you're drinking water and you start getting thirsty?
Yeah.
That's an edible high.
Yeah.
You're like, yo, this hits, okay? And it's in the shops. It's in the shops, okay? So we're getting there. We're getting there.
But it's almost getting to a point where I like that we're getting there, but you're getting there and I don't much more too much. You remember that guy selling supposedly perfumed cannabis? I was like, the fuck?
I'm gonna smell like Mary Jane after I burn her or before.
And you know what?
Feel calm.
Yeah, that's the part that bothered me.
You're gonna feel calm.
I was like, ish,
Red flag.
my guy.
Like who said I wanted to feel calm? What if I wanted an indica high? I want to get productive, up in the goal, and be busy. What? I want to be driving and be like, whoa. Like, what's gonna happen?
Yeah. So, what I was asking you that time, you would say, like, as you've been smoking for 20 years. What do you think? I've heard a lot of ages saying, like the weed nowadays is becoming. I said, okay, most of the it it's almost more stronger than it used to be. Is it you also?
Yeah, true. Well? Because you must remember, back in the day, it was all organic. I get.
Yeah.
And weed in how it grows, how it cures, how it smokes and burns will be different from strain to strain. Back then, no, ho byaliwa legae le leng le le leng, zolo ke zolo. O kry ebile e le more seeds. Now you acknowledge, you kind of realize, the lesser the seeds, the higher the quality in the weed that you have. And it was a gamble. You never knew what you got. You didn't know if you got purple haze. You didn't know if you got sour diesel. You didn't know what it was. But now these people, buddy, in-house growers. Some of them, they add preservatives. They add. There was a guy in the US that got arrested for he was spraying it with a cocaine fertilizer or some sort. It was changing the strain of the weed and giving it a more of a cocaine effect than a weed effect. And
like synthetic drugs,
that type of shit. So now you're buying this weed, you're thinking this is some high quality shit. I've never been this high. I've never been this high. Now you're realizing yourself, you're seeing weird actions in you. You want to smoke regularly. When you're not smoked, you're cranky, You're not eating because you haven't smoked. You're not sleeping because you haven't smoked. You're not engaging because you haven't smoked. You're always finding an excuse for the addiction. And then that's how the guy got arrested anyway, when his regular clients are like, nah, this high is not it.
It's not it, no.
Yeah, I've been high my life. This is some crack. This is some crack. This is some crack. Then they found out that his in-house was actually because the cocaine plant, it is a plant also. Then they cook it, they add other stuff in there, but it a full house, right? Your face break. By grind. I'm joking.
Or something new to you.
No.
I hear you, but because of the reason why I asked you that, because of I saw this other interview, but it's an old interview. I asked Makoti talking about the same shit that he doesn't smoke this cannabis by one nowadays. He sticks to organic stuff because of apparently is something totally different.
No, they're growing some things that we'd never seen. The strongest thing, the strongest strain weed back in the day was Durban poison. If you, Baba, one day I'll tell you the story. I tell you, Durban poison, legendary. And now there's, like I said, what did I get the other day? Something gorilla.
Gorilla glue.
Oh, gosh.
One of my favorites.
See what I mean? That they're making the weed different now. I agree, totally. Yeah.
So do you think think of it like, is it growing negatively or positively in terms of?
It is, because we're developing new things. We I guess as a human being, we always want to get better from the last thing that you did, especially Hailore or cannabis for medicinal use or for functional use, or your recreational use. You find the thing that works for you. Okay. And then, but while you keep on circle of your stoner friends will also advise you, this here my nigga, here my nigga, is the shit, Kid Williams did say, they're always trying to get you on this shit, here my nigga.
I'm that type of guy.
Yeah, and by the way, shout out to the Dirty Banana. Yo.
Keeping it tight there.
Bait.
So, but before we close it up, I have one last question. Okay, we've been talking about cannabis for the longest time. I've recently delved into the world of mushrooms, magic mushrooms. What is your take on that? That's my last question for you.
Stay tuned for this episode. And you better hold on to your pants. The stories about pants and mushrooms. Experimented once. I wanted to, it was proper planned, and plug. Forgot this nigga's name. I'll shout out to you, my nigga, when I find your ad again, because it was a once off and it was awesome. Thank you for being an awesome human being. Oh, proper.
Yeah.
Contacted. Hey, I'm interested. So how do we do this? I want to feel safe. We're using my car. A location where we're going, so I know my surroundings. Sends it. I scoot. Like, okay, logistics are good. Where do I pick you up? Your ass better be in a car with the registration and everything on it, because I'm not getting hijacked today. I'm not getting trafficked today.
Yeah.
Cool. We get in the car, find this nigga's cool. We drive, get to town, get our plug, come back, go to our designated spot. He says, okay, we need to get to Spa, sort out some few things. Like, it's a recipe? He says, yes. It's a recipe.
Yeah.
We get it. Get some supplies. We go to our spot. We chill. He says, you're going to trip. I need you to promise me you're going to be fine. Because if your ass is crazy, I'm going to leave you here. I'm going to leave you here. I'm like, he says, you don't have any life issues. I'm like, he says, are you happy or sad? I'm like, wow, what's going to happen? He says, look, you need to answer my questions because I'm going to leave your ass. Okay. Cool. Roll a blunt. I'm like, okay, I'm going to roll a blunt. He does the concoction, mixes it with lemon. It was just the shrooms. He crushes the shrooms with lemon. Gives me my cup, takes his cup. He says, I didn't put nothing funny. Lady, I need to know you're okay. I'm like, I'm okay. Are you sure? Oh, come on. I'm not a kid. I'm okay. He says, okay. Go for the shot. Burn the blunt. I'm like, immediately. He says, yes. Okay, get rid of him. I look outside the window and I see rainbow. Rainbow. I'm like, wow, okay. It's going to be a beautiful day. He says, okay, you're going to step out of my car. I'm going to watch you for 30 minutes. Make sure you're okay. I'm like, yo, you're crazy. You're not going to leave me. You're going to stay with me. He says, okay. We walk around the park. It's a nice long park. Like, the walk around is almost 2 Ks around. So we're walking. I'm touching the tree. It's talking to me. The tree's talking back. Hey, what's up? This is awesome. He sees from my gig. He's like, okay. I got a cool one today. Cool. Keep walking, lady. Keep walking. I'm like, all right. We walk around. It was a trip like never before, okay? So when he gets me to my car, he says, look, do not go open your phone. Please, whatever you do, if you're going to get to your house, go outside, stay in your garden, do whatever the shit it is you do, lady, okay? But just don't touch your phone. Like, I won't touch my phone, sharp. I had a full day. My schedule was clear, with nothing happening. And the weather was perfect. It was raining. Apparently, you have to do it on a rainy day. Otherwise, if it's hot, something happens. You have a weird reaction. Okay. Listen, I didn't listen to that guy, okay? I touched my phone, and I promise you I'm in the Matrix. My phone is fluid. This is awesome. Shout out, my guy. Shout out. I'm going to send you a DM. I never did tell you the story because we never talked again since then.
But okay, overall, your experience, well, would you try it again?
Yes.
You would, ne?
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
okay.
Yes. Given, but that's a good 2 years ago. So I'm not a crazy like let's do something like we're doing now. I need to evaluate my life, make sure my schedule is clear. I lo re fonela SOS, we lo ke consentile hore le fonela SOS. You know, and you need to be self-aware. Like you need to know this is my limit. Yeah, and in over the last thing to say, over the 20 plus years that I've been a weed smoker, never have I ever tried other drugs. So kids,
so it is not
weed is not a gateway drug. It's not. It's a gateway drug to the fridge. Yes, you will discover new recipes. You will discover you can cook. I didn't know I could cook.
Sometimes it open up your palate as well.
True, very true. So yes, let's stop making excuses. And stoners out there, baba lazy, valley, baba refang. Other people are big name. Get your eggs together, please. Like we function, we get up. We wake and bake for a purpose, not to get high, but to get high again. You know, you discover your brain is unlimited when you're high in your thought processes. Whatever the thoughts that you're thinking when you're high, write them down and you'll see what happens to your life. Write them down. And every now and then go back to them and read. Konje 3 months ago, I said this. Konje 6 months ago, I said this. And then you stay true to those thoughts. Yeah.
Damn. And like that, man, I can say we out.
Yeah.
Love and
Yes.
peace. Stay high.
Eish.